Hey, 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 on this rainy Friday afternoon here in the South. Hope you guys are doing well. It's been a dreary day here, a little cool, a little cool. I got my sweatpants on. But so I see though Sloppy Molly has decided to go live about a public service announcement for none other than the DC, somewhere that she claims that she's not part of. Now, why she would feel the need to do um, PSA for the DC is beyond you and I. Have no clues of why she thinks that's a smart thing for her to do, considering the way she's viewed in this whole community. Hey guys, how y'all doing? Briggs girl, Christy, Notorious, Hopes, SC. Yeah, I just think it's bullshit. So I'm gonna play this wretched heifer and I'm gonna react to it. She is that full of shit and I guess that she hasn't said her name yet, but I assume she's talking about the no other. Hey, Ninja Orchid, the real Angel Girl one, and Cassandra. I guess she's talking about none other than Jenny Jen Jen or Savage. I'm not sure. Could be both of them, but she so far hasn't said a name. But I just think it's a bull malarkey that she's got any opinion about this community, or that she thinks her opinion is needed or going to even be much credence put to it. You know what I mean? I mean, and it sounds like a lot. With the part I've listened to, sounds like a lot of self-reflecting, a lot of how she feels. Talking about herself. So let me pull it up. I guess I'll pull it up on here. I guess I'll stream it. Oh, hold on a second. I'm gonna just play it from here. Hey, Scarlett, how are you guys? It is a rainy, rainy day here. It is like so dreary. Get down. My cat's up here aggravating me. Get down, Tommy. Um, it's cool and rainy, but that's okay. Let's see. I don't know if she's on what channel she's on. Molly Golightly live. Let's see. Let me look and see. It's live with Molly Golightly. Okay. Live with Molly Golightly. Mm-hmm. Oh, crap. Come on now. I mean, I'm just gonna be real frank with you. The people that she's going with, uh, talking about Flava, um, you know, these people are not people that's been around here very long. You know what I mean? They haven't been in this community very long, as far as I'm concerned. Um, they were actually, I think, we can thank her, nobody but her, for them being in this community because they come from the Mormon people. Hmm. Back here.
Going off. Right now, there's a live going on, and
Can you guys hear it?
and I do remember about 2 weeks or so. See, I don't think
Hey, Miss Susan
any clip
Livingston.
channels
Yeah, I
clip
think
that
she is. I think she still has
because, of course, right
or
again,
two, but I think
right?
for the most part she's off. I'm not 100% sure. I've just texted. We
I
haven't
did
spoken.
say that a certain channel, people were going to turn on her, right?
Now she's trying to once
It's happening.
again, be the know all see all. She knows so much, everything.
Well, they're on bombshells,
Okay, so last night, you guys, last
and
night, uh, Bombshell had
yeah, I guess
had Flava and Snoz over on her panel. And it didn't go too well for Snoz. I guess they were one. And I don't know what happened whenever Amber fell out with Bombshell. I don't know what happened, but apparently Flava and Snoz led the campaign of lying on her and really hurt Bombshell's feelings. So apparently Bombshell um, was trying to buy a vehicle not long ago, a truck, and Jenny Jen Jen, Flava said what did it for her was when Jenny Jen Jen posted on her community wall about the truck that Mom was trying to buy. That did it for her. She went then behind the scenes, didn't talk to anybody, just went and did it, which she didn't have to talk to anybody, and apologized to Mom for her part in everything because she, felt like she was wrong for doing that. So she had apologized several days prior. I don't know what played out between her and Jenny Jen Jen, but I know on Jenny's last live, it was brought up that she had been a mod, which was a mistake and not true, that she was either modding for Molly or modding for Michelle, which turned out to not be true. She was actually modding for Devious, and Devious was streaming said per channel. So anyway, that was a miscommunication, and that was talked about on Jenny's live. Now, I didn't watch all the live, but I did see that part. Well, Savage was up there, and Savage had a few choice words to say. They didn't know at the time. They knew that she had apologized to Bomb, but that was it. That's all she knew. They knew. So anyway, so Flava does her own live yesterday, and hey, sister woman, Flava does her own live yesterday prior to going on Bombs, and the longer she talked, the more upset she got about the situation, about the little snide comments that was said on Jenny Jen's live from Savage and Jenny. She was upset. She felt like they should have come to her and asked her, which they should have. I don't know if Jenny and Flava had any conversation prior to her live about her and Bomb making up. Don't know, but from what I know about Jenny, Jenny knows that I'm friends with people that she's not friends with, and we have no problem with each other. I mean, I can't see, especially going off of Flava, the reason she decided to do that to make amends is because it was messing with her sobriety. She said that's the reason she wanted to do it. She's in she's a sober, and it was messing with her sobriety, and she needed to do it for her own mental health, and you can't fault anybody for that, and I can't see Jenny Jen Jen faulting her for that. You know what I mean? But apologizing to Bomb was one thing, but going on her panel and dragging Jenny and Savage was a whole nother ball game. That took it to a whole nother level. Now I think that Jenny probably will have something to say. I don't think that Jenny would have said anything to her prior to that. I may be wrong, but I don't think I am. But anyway, so they have Snosberry up there. Well, I'm just going to tell you guys, it seems like Snosberry, Flava, Amber, and I think that might be the only three I'm thinking about. They all kind of come over, and Penelope's Lane, and all those girls, they kind of come over here through the Marvin stuff. And they started out with Molly, and then they left Molly, and they branched out, and they've ended up over in this area. So, I've side-eyed all of them because, they kind of got ushered into this community like they know what was going on, and they quickly got caught up. But anyway, I just think that bonds was formed way too quickly all across the board, and I think it is what it is. You need to earn your time around here. You need to put the time in and earn it. And I know that they were in new territory that came from Facebook, if I'm not mistaken. And anyway, I just think this is what happens. This is a prime example of what happens when somebody comes into your community that you've been in for a while, and they don't know the ropes, and you usher them in and welcome them into the fold without them paying their dues and learning and seeing things for themselves. I think this is just an example of what happens. Sloppy Molly, your opinions and your thoughts don't mean jack shit, bitch, because nobody cares about what you think. But anywho, I'm going to play this heifer and see what she has to say.
And they're seeing the light. And I knew people would eventually do that because it's quite obvious to me, and I've been saying this, and to anybody with any modicum of self-respect or common sense or intelligence, that this person is not a good person at all. This person is very vile, cruel, and loathes herself, that she takes out her self-loathing on others.
Now, personally, you guys, that sounds like she's describing herself. Sounds like old Sloppy Molly is describing herself or PayPal now.
She's very mean, very cruel, and she uses people because she hates herself. And people ask me, well, what did you think of her? In the beginning. And honestly, not much. Well, when you started to get to know her, actually, I never got time to get to know her.
Of course,
nor did I think I never looked into her. I didn't care. I didn't know for quite a while what state she was from. I just don't care. I don't have time. But anyway, when you have people that see what kind of vile crap she can do and they still stick by her, I'm going to wonder about you.
That's how we feel about you, Sloppy Molly. We wonder about you, and we wonder about all those minions you have following you that actually support your ass.
So do I completely put all the blame on her? I'm going to actually start to wonder about you.
Yeah, we know that.
So that's part of the problem right there, is your judgment.
Exactly.
So, when you get a text message and they say, Flava finally saw the light or what have you, it's kind of like,
oh, really? Take a win?
Yeah. I've had some messages back and forth with her and just basically told her the absolute truth. Don't trust anybody on YouTube. And I've said that a million times.
Well, that's true, especially you.
And what I did catch of this live is that these people are very new. And
yes,
what
they
I
are.
caught was, I don't like my personal life and my past being brought up. Excuse me? Really?
Well, if you're talking to her, then I'm sorry to tell you, you could bet on it being done, because that's how Sloppy Molly rolls, right, guys? Whatever she knows, she's going to tell it.
And have started.
Hey, Miss Barb, how are you?
That's what they are about, and that's what they hold on to.
No, Jane said it.
Okay. It is the most
poisonous,
oh my gosh, most venomous,
she is so.
most
Gigi, how are you?
Useless.
Why or who arguing?
Place in
me
the
and Sloppy Molly
internet.
Gigi,
you're never gonna.
I'm not arguing with her.
You're just gonna get headaches.
I'm just
your channel's never gonna grow.
Calling her out for what I know her to be.
You're gonna be surrounded by people that have nothing to lose.
Gigi.
Remember that a lot of these channels don't care about doxing. They don't care about.
No, you're a good one to talk, bitch.
They don't care about.
You get all your little investigators to dig up information on people
like that,
and go and can spew it on your damn channel. You're notorious for that. You guys, don't you agree that she's notorious for getting people's private information and then outing it on her live on her damn stream? I mean, who in the hell does she think she is? Gigi is just a bunch of craziness. Yeah, I guess she's trying to be serious here. They dox and they go real life. Okay, bitch, you are a good one to be talking. You are Miss Real Life yourself. Look, I kind of like, I don't care for, there's several people on here I don't care for. I just don't go over and watch them. I don't have to bash them. I don't have to talk about them. I've got my reasons why I don't like them. Hey, Miss Norma, I've got my reasons for why I don't like them. And, it doesn't affect me having friendships with you. If you like them, I'm big enough and adult enough to do that. But apparently there's some people here that they can't see the broad picture. And so, I like Flava. I wasn't, never a fan of Amber's or Snoz. Snoz is been a flip flopper from the start, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I just never got to know him. Okay, I got to know Flava a little bit. Got to know her a little bit. I thought she was more real. Hey, twin thing. But as far as Snozberry or whatever, when they were up there doing all that crap with Michelle, I was like done. I checked. I didn't care. I mean, I didn't get to know him. But what I've seen since then, I think I've made a good choice. But so Marissa here is taking the fact that Flava has had a falling out with the ship and Jen and Snoz have that. She has taken this and now she's issuing a public service announcement for the DC about she had warned everybody that Jen and the ship was sorry and that this was going to happen because two people that come from Facebook that haven't been here long enough to get their ears wet are now deciding that they don't like the ship and Jen. And mind you, this is the second or third group that they have affiliated themselves with. Now they're back with Bombshell, which is whatever floats their boat. But yeah, you're right. Marissa says she's not part of the DC, but she's part enough. She apparently thinks she's a part of it enough to where she feels like she is entitled to issue a public service announcement. If you can freaking fathom that. Let's hear what that bullshit she's got to say.
They don't care if their information gets, they're still going to get a check regardless.
Jenny doesn't even draw it. I mean, she didn't.
They don't have to worry
about trying to get a check. Hey, Flava girl.
You Googling and getting
Amber?
Because they're probably alone forever.
Oh, she is referring to
they
Amber. Okay,
my
bad if that's
because they'll
that's who she's talking
never
about.
Have to go look for a job to feed their kids, right? Or have to worry
she's
about
talking about
CPS,
Amber, but I really felt like in the beginning, girl, she was talking about hey, Marsha, she was talking about that's okay. I'm not going to be here long.
People
she was talking about Jenny
in this little community. I'm just giving you a heads up. And the reason why I know is because I've dealt with these people before. Told ya. 2 weeks ago, I told you that this community would turn their back on her. And they did.
Hey, Carol.
Sometimes people don't want to listen to me, right? Is it because I'm so gorgeous that people don't want to hear anything that I say?
Marissa,
must I turn this camera off? Bitch. Oh, I look too beautiful. I look better there than I do now. No, it can't be that. So are you guys listening to me now?
Nope.
Let me tell you something. I've kind of said it a few times before. I'll tell you exactly who the bad people are.
Okay. Sure.
Bombshell Reloaded is not the worst person in that community.
No, that would be you.
The only reason Bombshell doesn't have a good channel is because she's stuck in that community. Period. That's it. Some people don't know what their potential on YouTube could possibly be. Today I came across.
Why don't you tell us see all?
This woman made a video on how to make a fitted sheet. She got millions and millions of views on that. And that video will forever. Forever.
Yeah, Bomb just hit 10,000.
Viewed.
Viewed.
It's useful and it's helpful.
Good for her.
And she used her talents. And it'll be on the internet forever. There's got to be something that you can do. There's got to be some sort of knowledge or talent that you can do. I sure know.
Guys, the way I look at it like this. This place is big enough for everybody. I don't think, look, Bomb's not my cup of tea. But I wish her well. I'm glad that she's got 10,000 pounds. But this place is big enough for everybody. We don't have to, draw the lines in the sand and cut each other's throat and be like, I'm not going to be friends with you because, we're all adults here. We should all be able to commingle and get along. Sure, there's going to be some tomato throwing and shit like that. But as far as like, hey, Miss Lee, hey, the good onion. But as far as like all this, drawing lines in the sand and having these big, calling people names and shit like that, I don't think that's necessary. My gosh, I don't get on here and announce, well, I don't like this person, I don't like that. I don't get on here and announce it. I just don't go watch them. You know what I mean? We just don't, I just don't go watch them and we just don't talk about each other. That's just all there is. And if I do have to say something, I don't have a problem saying it, but it's not, the only one I really rag on their ass is this heifer I'm playing right here under fair use. And I'm going to always rag on her ass because she is a sorry individual, and God wasted skin when he gave it to her, my opinion. And anywho, but I don't have a problem with getting into it. I'm not going to be getting into it with other people. This is not what I come here for. But she's crazy up in the night if she thinks that anybody in this area community needs a damn public service announcement from her funky ass. I mean, come on. She is a real lifer. She's got minions doing her dirty work. She's morally corrupt. She has no integrity. And she's sorry as the day is long. Not to mention, she insults her whole family by calling the BBCs. Come on, there's no goodness there. Nothing but trash. That's trash right there. And she done me dirty. Yeah, she sure did. And I don't look anybody that associates with her, that goes up there and supports her. If you can support her after what she's done to me, I don't want anything to do with you either. That's just the way I feel. If you can support another woman doing another woman the way she did, not to mention another woman that was a friend, if you can support that kind of then you belong with her. I don't roll like that. I don't have people in my inner circle that are like that. So let's see what the old heifer's got to say now.
And would do a channel on his green thumb. I've got tons of, I don't know. And I heard it's very therapeutic. Right now would be the perfect time for him to start a channel. Green thumb.
She's all
for beginners. That'd be something I would be very interested in. Show us, Justin, show us how to plant peonies. Show us how to correctly plant beautiful flowers, not some bullshit. I'm classy flowers like peonies and, good stuff, not some crappy stuff,
Thank you, Miss Susan. She broke mine too. That was very
some purple irises. Things like that.
I wasn't expecting that.
Tell us what the tricks are. When to do it, ridiculous. How to do it, how deep.
Hey, Moonchild Pink.
And if we don't have a sprinkler system, what do we do? What part of America do we live in? What if we don't live in America?
Hey, Veronica.
Shit like that. He could have a banging channel. And he could start with us. He'd have 1,000 subs in a heartbeat. See? Wasted talent. Boom, boom, boom. But no. Maybe he doesn't have time. That's a good excuse.
Desiree.
Because right now would be a perfect time to start it. And you're probably thinking, what about you, Molly Golightly, and your life coaching for kids? Well, it just turns out I'm doing a lot. I'm going through old journals that I used to have. I'm going to my mom's house tomorrow to dig out more. So.
Yep, it's still going.
I'm going through more pictures and things that we did with Jake. I'm trying to figure out how we went so right and where we may have fumbled with Jake. So I just wanted to let you know that
where they may
have anyone that sells she calls her a life coach. I've actually helped a lot of people be life coach, and I'm actually starting to help
mixed up
people with 1,000 subs right now and have a chance to turn it all around tomorrow and use their channel for good. Good.
Hey,
or at least think about it. You might not change it tomorrow, but you sure do have a chance. And from what I said last night, that probably resonated with a lot of people. Wouldn't making $10,000 a month at least sound good to you? It's something that I've gotten used to. Yeah. If I make less than $10,000 a month, I don't want to be on YouTube. I'd feel like a big fat loser.
I bet you. Well, you are like, a big fat loser. You should feel like that anyway, bitch.
YouTube and a big ass chunk of out of our paychecks is a nice little kick in the booty. Booty.
She is delusional as fuck.
Okay, maybe she won't. But yeah.
She is that.
Judge me by the people that I avoid. I know a lot of people are wondering, there's got to be a big story behind why Molly avoids this person. No, it's probably because they think they're a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe they just used me to get their channel up, which means that's equal to a piece of shit. But they chose that. Let them choose to be a piece of shit. Anyway, that was my public service announcement. I hope you enjoy your weekend.
Thank God that's over. Thank goodness that was over, huh? Yeah, I just think that, okay, so I have to say, I assumed that she was talking about Jenny Jen, Hondo, but Flava come in here and told me that she was talking about Amber. So, Oh, hold on. That's he's still playing. Hold on. Sharon. Oh, so that's Jeff Lewis life. So she is was talking about Flava. I mean, talking about Amber. I don't. I think it was probably a couple of people that she was lumping. She never said a name. Never said a name. So because yeah, Bomb's got problems with Flava. Hey, Miss Ann, Bomb's got problems with Amber, but Mom also has problem. Hey, Carla also has problems with Jen and the ship. So I don't know. I just think it's bull malarkey trying to keep up, and just killed me that she thought that she even had two legs to stand on to even stand up and give us a PSA, public service announcement, for anything or anybody over here. Yeah, she had to bestow that wise wisdom. Had to give us some free life coaching, you know. I hate to see, people fall out and get into it. I just feel like it was a miscommunication. You know, really, I do. I think most of the time disagreements are miscommunications. If you would just, you know, talk to that person one on one. And as far as Alicia, I don't know. I've spoken to her, texted her, but not spoken to her. I don't know where. I know from what I've heard, she's burned out. She's got a lot going on personally with her mom. And, I support her in doing whatever she needed to do. I don't know, have any details about what led up to it. I don't know. And it's really not my business. So there's that. But I think that we're, all big enough around here that we should be able to, coexist and be nice to each other and get along. And we ain't got to get along, but hell, you ain't got to throw tomatoes. Yeah, I saw that she was looking for a bed for her mother last night. She was looking for a bed. She says, "Help me find my mom a bed." So um, I will let her know that Ninja Orchid. I'll screenshot it and send it to her. But anyway, I figured she was looking for somebody to buy her mom a bed. I mean, if her mom's got Medicaid, Medicare, I mean, hello, they can help get you a bed. I don't know why she thought she would come to the YouTubes to do it, but well, yeah, I do. I just screenshot it. I'm gonna send it to her. All MGL does is lie, lie. I can't wait until someone tells her, hits her channel with sloppy. Oh, I mean, you both. Me and you both. Oh, she thinks she's untouchable. She said the other night that if her channel goes down, it will be because the great Walter took it down. Her husband took it down. Uh, you know. So yeah, bunch of craziness. Is it rainy there in Florida with you, Hondo? It is here. It's rainy and cold. Yes, absolutely, it would be. Yeah, we ended up buying. My aunt was sick, and my brother and I were the heirs. Hey, Barbara Edie, I hadn't seen you in a while. Welcome. But we ended up just buying her a bed right out from one of those medical supply companies, and she passed not long. Probably about 4 or 5 months after we got the bed for her. So we have that for my mom if she has to have it. Oh, thank you, Barb. Thank you. And I feel the same way as back at you. I think, I've got a great bunch of people that come in here and that I like to watch. I think, we all have the best of intentions. And, unlike Mallory doing that with all that crap, I don't care what she says that she did it for or anything else. I stand by what I said. If she had true good intentions, she would have not, first of all, she wouldn't have dressed like a hungry hobo. I mean, to the police officer's defense, they probably wasn't. I mean, I can understand them. You know, it ain't like she has been transitioning for a long time to where she doesn't still look like. I mean, she's in between. You know, as far as I'm concerned, it's most definitely apparent that she is a transgender. So, but that day, the way she was dressed with her her fro 2% black fro hair on, and uh, with those jeans with holes in them, and her those darn shoes, she looked to me like a darn hobo. And then she goes and asks for where's the cafeteria? They thought she was a hungry hobo. They thought she was a cross-dressing hungry hobo. You know, and I'm being real when I say this. So hey, Winky Whispers, cool gamer. You know, so she can't be pissed at them for the way they looked at her. And nobody had profiled her prior to her saying, I feel like, hey, Rambling Ron, prior to her saying, I feel like I'm being profiled. Nobody had. After that, the lady said, sir, but prior to that, nobody had profiled her. She's the one that brought up the profiling. Nobody had said a word. If you go back and listen. So, you know, she lied about her mother. She went on there. She went in there lying. You know what I mean? And leaving there, wanting to go in a side door and all that. She was just up to no good. She was. I think she got what she deserved, and she's lucky she didn't go to jail. But if this sloppy Molly just gave this public service announcement to the DC, you know, well, what about doing one for your compadre there, your pal with heels on the ground? You know what I mean? Hooves on the ground. Hooves on the ground. Or you're right, Rambling Ron. You're right. It was a despicable uh the way she put. Oh, it was just despicable. She did not portray herself in a good light, nor did she do any good for the hospital. And if she can't understand, and then this morning she went live and saying something about how she's, it's so funny about how now all the people in this community, they all, hey, Zena with Fire, they all have a child with a sick child that's in the St. Jude. Well, then they should go to St. Jude and take care of them, is what she's saying. You know, she's planning to sue Memphis police and attempt to score a big payday. Well, I don't think she's going to have grounds to stand on because, I mean, the video plainly states her saying, I feel like y'all are profiling me before anybody said anything, you know, about that. Diamond Cutter, I can't even remember where I heard this, but I want to know if you have heard it. Is it true that Mallory put up a pinata at the memorial site for Tyree, took a picture and then took it down? That's the same thing I heard too. Jamie Lynn, hey babe, that's the same thing I heard also. You know, I heard that as well. Yeah, something. You're right, Cassandra. There is seriously something wrong with her. Good to see you, Xena with Fire. I mean, the fact that, first of all, did she go to the site where the young man lost his life? Did she go there with her hair and her Black Lives Matter 2% Black Lives Matter shirt on? I'd like to know if she went there with that on, because that was just as distasteful as I can, you know. There's no telling what. I can only imagine what kind of pinata it was too. Winky Whispers, right? I mean, you know, that's so racist. It really, truthfully, is racist, and she just thinks that it's okay. I don't know if you guys heard Ms.Mo went on Jeannie's live the other night and did an awesome job speaking from experience. Miss America, she can get in the line right behind Tyree's family to sue the police department. Yeah, right. So I saw something pop up on my phone earlier about that case. Let's see, Tyree. Um, I can't find it now, but yeah, all right, love you, Marcia. Talk to you later. I'm fixing to get off here too. Mallory's an e-beggar like all the rest of us. Oh yeah. Oh, listen, the real Angel Girl won. Mallory is beyond e-beggar, honey. They ain't no shame in that heifer's game. You hear me? I mean, that is like zero couth, zero couth. She has no problem, and then when she's trying to get people to sign this petition or whatever for that the black officer, that the female officer, she was like saying, I don't ask much. I don't ask much of my subscribers. I beg to differ, bitch. I beg to differ. You don't ask much. No, you demand. You demand. You demand super chats. You demand your PayPal, your Cash App. You demand your wish list to be hit. No, you don't ask. You demand, and you have your mods demand. There's no and you have no problem calling out if you don't get it. I mean, Lord. Yeah, it's gonna run dry one day. You're right. I've always said, I've been drinking and full of comments on this and that. I know, but go ahead, girl. Let it go, Grandma. I just wish that I can't wait until I can't remember something. Oh, me too. Me too. Yeah, absolutely was disgusting what she did. Absolutely disgusting. I mean, and then when she was saying that, yeah, demander, demander, that's for sure. And then she was saying that she donated. You guys, she's a donor. You guys, the only thing she has donated, she may have donated to Diane's channel with one time, whenever Diane was saying that all the money was going to St. Jude. That's her ideal of a donation. The Mallory that I know, she is not going to be donating any extra money she has to a charity like St. Jude. I'm sorry, I just don't believe it. Is that if that is true, what in the world is wrong with her? Is that another example of her effed up humor? A pinata at a memorial site where a man was beaten. She should be off YouTube for that alone. Exactly, Barb. I agree with you 100%. But I just, I don't know. I don't think that I did a poll about if people thought that, someone. I'm not saying that somebody didn't call from YouTube, but I think when she was encountered, Mallory's sister. Oh, I did say that she was a beggar. Said she was a beggar. I did the good Nunya. It was priceless. Yeah, it was priceless. I mean, her sister said you're a beggar. I don't come over here with that camera. Yeah, they obviously they don't want much to do with it. Sounds like. Uh, but for her to say, they want to blame it on YouTubers that called. I think when she was encountered, the encounter she had with those officers was basically they based that encounter off of their job, them doing their job, and what they were dealing with her alone. Now, do I not think that maybe somebody from YouTube did call, but I don't think they were aware of those calls. Hey, Jet Setter, I don't think they were aware of those calls when they were interacting with her. I don't even really think that the girl that she spoke to about the cafeteria, I don't even think that she had an opportunity to relay her situation with Mallory back to them, because I feel like they would have questioned her on that, and I didn't hear them ask her anything. They would ask her about her mother because she told that girl I was meeting my mother there. They would have brought her and, question about her mother. None of that was brought up. They just wanted to know if she had permission to be on that property. And I think that they handled themselves as they would anybody in that situation that looked like Mallory did that day. I mean, she said that she was all well put together. No, she wasn't. She looked like a hobo, a damn hobo. And then when she's going in there asking for a cafeteria, she made it look like she was a hungry hobo. And they probably thought, let's just call it is what it is. Mallory hasn't spent the money that some transgender people have spent to where it's very difficult to tell whether they're female or male. Mallory hasn't invested that kind of money. Okay. So it's not like that. It's not like it's obvious that she's a female. Okay. Let's just call it what it is. I'm not bashing transgender people. I'm not bashing her for anything. But yeah, and that FUPA chain drew so much attention to that FUPA that somebody should have told her. You know what I mean? But, don't be, that is a cross you bear when you transition from one sex to another. That is a cross that you have to bear. People being confused. If you do not spend a lot of money and hormones and all that to where you stay hidden until it's done. But when you go out in public, that's a cross that you bear. Unfortunately, that's just the world that we live in. And those officers was trying to handle the situation the best way they could. So she was dressed like a hobo. She wasn't well put together. If that's what she called well put together, first of all, it looked like she might have had breakfast from the morning before stuck up in that damn wig she had on. That was looked like something she got from Sally's. Tacky. The one I wore when I did my Nurse Bell, the wig I wore when I did my parody on Tiffany, I got that from Sally's, and heck, it looked better than Mallory's. Yeah, and present an ID. Absolutely should have presented it. Whether, and then the whole Vax card, it wasn't, she traveled there in a plane. I'm sure, Desiree, that's what I'm saying. I think that's probably how they thought. They thought that she was a hobo, a bum. I mean, she had her golf stick sticking out of her purse, and I mean, they didn't know what they were encountering. They had no idea. She could have been a crazy person, somebody off of that come down from Kensington, Kensington, Pennsylvania, up there on those streets. They didn't know what they were encountering. And I don't know what she thought. I mean, she didn't show anything. It was, to me, I felt like it was a diversion. First of all, I think the whole thing was a diversion. And I also think that it was somebody dared her, or it was a joke or something. Or she just woke up with I'm gonna go over there because she could see the hospital. She could see from from her nice room that she had booked. Londo. Yeah, she was gonna film children. That's exactly what she was gonna do. That's exactly, Barb. I mean, what was she gonna do exactly? She wasn't going to the cafeteria to look for a cup of coffee. I don't believe that. I think she felt like if she could get as far as the cafeteria, that she was in like Flynn then. I do. I think that if she could get as far as the cafeteria, then she was in. And her comedy, comedic flair of things. There's a time and place for everything, and that was not the time to be funny. Me too. Well, you can bet they probably had one downstairs in the janitor room they could have gave her. I was embarrassed for her too, and I was embarrassed that she thought that she looked good. I mean, that she thought she was well put together. Yep, she did, Hondo, you're right. She just did that to one up Molly being a lazy fat kern, like Molly did, that she did to the Ashley furniture worker, which I don't know if you guys heard, but the lady lost her job at Ashley. Nope, she sure wouldn't have. You're right, Good Onion. She wouldn't have cared one bit. Would not have cared one bit. Yeah, they run a tight ship here. Yeah. And then she says that they're taking me serious now. Now they're taking me serious, the security guards. What, they weren't taking you serious initially? Oh, it sounds like that's what she was wanting. I mean, she got took serious. And they should run a tight ship there. They're saving, they're working on children that are dying with cancer. I mean, it's not just a regular hospital. And she didn't even have a mask on, you guys. And I'm going to tell you something else. I don't know about you guys, but even if I was sitting over there in that nice room she was sitting in, and I thought, well, well, there's the St. Jude Hospital. Maybe I'll mosey on over there and tour it today. The next thing that came to my mind was, well, maybe I should get on the website and see if they have tours today. That would have been my first thing. And then I would have thought, well, how much money am I going to give them my donation? What am I going to take as a donation? And I wonder if the children would need some crayons or coloring books. I could go get them something like that. Hey, BBs, I mean, she didn't bring nothing. You don't go to a place like that with empty-handed. I'm sorry. If you bring something at least for the workers, for the children, or you make a donation. If she'd went in there and she could have handled that completely different. If she was being truthful and upfront when she was encountered, all she had to do was tell the security guards and the police, look, I just want, she could have kept her lie about being a donor. I'm a donor, but I wanted to come up here to, I was under the impression that I did not need, I'm sorry, I didn't know that I didn't need an appointment. I apologize, but so I will leave. That's how she could have defused the situation like that, but no, she refused to give him ID, and she was very combative, just as combative to them as they were to her. You know what I mean? So she matched their energy. They matched each other's energy. But if she wanted to defuse that situation, all she had to do was eat a little humble pie and be humble and just like tell it, this is what happened. And I think her whole encounter would have went completely different. Absolutely. And said, where can I make my donation to? Since you're a donor, where can I make my donation to? And then all the people that was in her chat sending her money, shame on you. You should have been sending that money to St. Jude. Shame on you. Bunch of dummies. She just thinks that, well, she went on the, apparently she went thinking that trip was supposed to be paid for because she was dared by Amber to, apparently Amber's channel dared her to come up there. So she took her up on her dare. I don't know. I just think she's ridiculous. I think that she's probably always been like she is, but when she's teamed up with her sloppy Molly, they just fuel each other's fire. You know what I mean? They play off of each other. Mallory wants to be the Molly. Boy, I could think of a lot better things to strive to be than that. You get as good as you get. Hey, Unitonika, babe, how are you? I saw your video going into the movie theater. That's why I tagged you in this. I wanted you to know. I was like, Marissa and her. Now, Flava come in here and said that Marissa was talking about Amber. She may have been talking about Amber, but I also think she was talking about Jenny and Savage. But I'm not. She never said a name. But all I can do is, read in between the lines. But was the movie good? I haven't been to a movie in a long, long time. Yeah, I'm waiting on a few more. JR, hey, doll. Yeah, she needs to strive to get better shoes for sure. No doubt about that. Joey Love, how are you? So am I, girl. So am I. It's it's sad. It's just sad. And it's unnecessary. Yeah, she does. She does need to add them to her wish list. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm gonna there's a case in my hometown that I was born and raised in happening right now. We've had uh yeah, right, that they cowered down. We've had Black Lives Matter and NAACP. They've been there picketing when I was in town last week, and there was this young gentleman that worked. He was out of I think he was out. I've got to get some more information, but I think he was out of North Carolina. That's where the company was. They were subcontracted to work at Georgia Pacific, which is a paper mill plant out. They do all kinds of things, but so they were subcontracted anyway. They were. He had went to he was being followed by. He was a young black man. He was being followed by some guys in a white truck, and Anyway, he went into the local police station, which right where I was raised, and asked if they could take him to his hotel, which was in another town. And he was told there that it was not their just jurisdiction, that he would have to get with the sheriff. This was the local sheriff. So we live in a three town county. So Smith County and the other town is where the sheriff is. This is a chief of police and stuff like that at these other towns. But they told him that he would have to, get with them. Well, anyway, he was refused a ride to the hotel, and unfortunately, the young man come up missing, and he was found 30 days later, dismembered and badly decomposed. And I don't blame the family for wanting answers, and so it's just very, very sad. His name was uh, Rashid Carter, Rasheem Carter. So I'm getting ready to just waiting on a few more details. It's just a shame that stuff like that still happens. You know what I mean? It just blows my mind that we still live in a world like that. I mean, my God, what's it going to take for people to get it? I don't understand. Don't understand. Mallory's working on her new line of fashion called Eau de Crack Horse Design. Oh Lord. Yeah, that was some ugly shoes. And did y'all see where she she gave them their spotlight? She said that they were let me see. She gave them their own show, she said. They deserve their own show. Um but it looked like she couldn't even lace the darn things up to me. Whenever I was Yeah, it looked like they couldn't even be laced up. Let's see if I can get a picture of them. Just to refresh y'all's memory. Let's see. Oh, PayPal now. Let's see. Yeah, she sure lost her curly hair. Uh, whenever she got back, didn't she? Wonder where that's her curly hair went. It's amazing how she can go from being. Hey, Unitonika, did you see Ms.Mo the other night over on Jenny Jen Jen's? She spoke about you and your beauty. It was wonderful what she said. Wonderful. You ain't lying, girl. That you ain't lying. That was girl. I bet you she had. I bet you she had some snacks stuck up in that thing, waiting on her for later on when she got on a flight. And she's, you know, everything is an ebb. This place is like an ebb and a flow. Yeah, she did. It was very sweet. I think Jenny Jen Jen. Let me see. Forgotten Whispers. I think was the she clipped it and put it up, and then Jenny clipped it and put it up. But I'm gonna tag you in it whenever. I'm gonna put it in the chat real quick. Let me find it here. Uh, Hold on a second. Oh, what do you do first? Okay, let's see. Let me find it here. I think that's who it was. Oh, let's see. Hold on. I'm looking. Okay, let me find. Well, I actually shared it on my community post. Let me go there. Hold on a second. I'll go get it off my community post. Yes, JR, that's it. So that happened in my hometown, and I have to tell you, the last on Saturday when they had the march, the peaceful protest, I have to tell you, it was something to see. Like it was it's hard to see. It was hard to watch, not for the protest, but I mean, they had people on buildings with AK-47s. They had the people doing that was there speaking. I'm gonna upload. I'm gonna do a video tomorrow, Jr. And I'd love for you to come in. I'm gonna put some of the videos up that was covered, that was posted through that. And there's also another case happening right now in Jackson, Mississippi, and he was beat by the officers. And his name is Jay Lynn. So there's two of them in the state, and you okay, let's see. No, I guess it was the exposure room. I mean the let's see. Yeah, that's the exposure arena. The exposure arena. I'm gonna get the copy. I'm gonna get it right now. Hold on, guys. Ms.Mo. Are you still in here, Uni? Hi, Jenny. Hey. Hi, baby. I'm really about 10 seconds from losing my. Let's play it here. I'm sure. As a Black woman, I do not. Hold on, I'm gonna play it here. Let me get it. Oops. Thomas, hush.
Hey.
Hi, baby. I'm really about 10 seconds from losing my everlasting mind.
I'm sure.
As a Black woman, I do not appreciate Mallory going to the site where Tyree Nichols was basically killed as he did, the truth be told, with a 2% Black Lives Matter shirt with a wig on that was supposed to mimic our hair. It looked like it hadn't seen oil since oil was created. Dehydrated, dried up, looked like she had found it in a back beauty supply store on a shoebox in the corner. Don't represent us.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so glad you came up here and said
And
that.
I don't speak for every Black person, but I'm speaking for me. Don't represent us. And I'm sure there are people in the community that you say you come from, which you seem to be confused about, because you can't tell whether you're 2% Black or whether you're whatever you claim to be from one day to the next. I'm sure they won't claim you either. But how dare you? Don't speak for our community. Speak for yourself. You are Black-hearted. That's the only thing that's Black about you, Mallory. Heartless.
Yeah,
For you to
Lambert's
try to get, I guarantee you, I'm pretty sure there were
Me too,
plenty of,
Ninja Orchid.
because I heard something else. She was supposedly dared to go there, go to Tyree Nichols' house or that area and protest. I'm pretty sure there were plenty of protests, but you stood on the corner by yourself in that shirt. Why you didn't go knock on his mother's door in that shirt and that wig? See what reception you would have gotten. What you did was ill. Care about super fast clicks and views. You are disgusting, deceitful. You are a liar. And first and foremost, you may be some percent of black, but you're not black. Don't represent us. We don't need you. We don't want you.
Amen.
You are rejected. How dare you?
Amen.
I am so upset. I can't see straight. Do not represent us. You don't even reject human. She doesn't even represent human beings in the correct context. She is not human.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Walking around looking like the shoes got an attitude. Walking around looking like the shoes angry. And the wig you had on looked like you could have ate your face off. But you represent black hair with that thing?
Disgusting, isn't she?
She's disgusting. And I tried so hard not to say anything, but I'm so upset. How dare you, Mallory? How dare you? And how dare any of you do the things that you do, eating off the back of dead and missing children, because that's all you're doing. You're disgusting. There's nothing good about anything you do. Spend that money, have fun with it, because it's going to run out. Karma is going to catch up with every single one of you. And they should have locked her ass up because she was wrong. And then you're going to try to get that woman fired. She didn't know what she was looking at. In the world we live in today, you can't even be sure. Somebody can look like a man to you and get angry with you because you call them a woman. People already walk a tightrope trying to figure out somebody's pronouns. I'll be damned. I know one of your pronouns ain't black. That's for sure. Show the receipt. Show us your work, your paperwork. And even still, it doesn't give you a right to do what you did with that nappy ass wig. How dare you?
Internet tonight.
How black women have been suppressed and depressed about their hair texture. And you gonna make a fucking joke of it. How dare you?
It is so disgusting, man. I can't believe people are letting her get by with it.
A black woman can't even go on the news and wear braids because it doesn't look like everybody else. We can't even look like we want to look. We can't even wear our hair naturally. You know how many of our children go to their graduation, they're threatening to cut their dreads off if they can't walk, and you gonna make jokes with that nappy ass wig like that's okay? I'm sorry, Jenny Jen, but I am tired.
No,
you have made too many. She has made too many underhanded jokes. Just like you called that woman Blackie and you laughed. What the fuck? Exactly.
And I'm so
exactly.
up here and said this. You
want everybody else, but can't nobody make fun of you. Can't nobody ask you. You 6 foot something, looking like a gigantuan. And you don't think nobody gonna question who or what you are?
Hello.
I tell you one thing they can't question when they look at me is if I'm black. Because I wear it all the time. And how dare you fucking disrespect?
Amen.
You disrespectful, disgusting piece of shit. As you say, fuck off.
Yeah, amen.
Fuck off, Mallory. Fuck off. If you don't do nothing else for the rest of your life, I want you to fuck off. You and them shoes and that raggedy ass wig and that stinking ass fanny pack and all them damn raggedy ass bootleg chains you had on. You should have used them and changed your mouth up. Because that would have made the world happy. And matter of fact, give your friends chains too. So they can chain their mouths up.
I know, Elisa.
Y'all are disgusting. You're not human. I don't know what you are. And you want to talk about what the world is coming to. It's coming to people like you. You're the problem. I'm done. I'm sorry. I just lost it.
That was
Don't
great.
you? No,
That was
don't
great.
you? Look,
No,
Don't be
it
sorry.
needed to be said. That was great. Good for you.
Hold up for a minute. Wait, let's talk about stinking ass Michelle and come up there calling Keith the N-word. Even though I don't think she was directly coming here saying that to him. How dare you say that with your little raggedy ass,
Was she
twisted
talking
mouth,
about
broke
Keith,
back
our
mouth,
Keith?
widow's peace looking ass? Walking around looking like something the world needs to exterminate. How dare you? Just because you can say it out your mouth, who the hell do you think you are? And I'm going to say this too. I don't understand anyone going anywhere near Michelle. When she did that shit, she did the Toski.
Gunja, welcome.
Or whatever her name is. The young lady that got in that accident. It ain't no way none of y'all can claim y'all that woman's
Vicky?
friend. And y'all sat in that woman's chat who basically told her
Wow,
about
I
Carmen.
cannot believe
And it was a
that.
good thing
He
she
needs
was
her
alive.
ass kicked. He is the
You
nicest
really need to
man I
check
have
yourself
ever
because
met
that's
in
hurtful.
here.
And I know that woman is sitting at home hurting tonight. If she watched any of it, and hopefully she didn't. But you don't do that to your friends. If I'm wrong on that, y'all tell me. But I just personally feel like she probably felt stabbed in the back by all them people that went in that woman's chat. I wasn't there, so I don't know who was there. But that was wrong. That was wrong. Not calling out no specific person because I don't know nothing specific. But I do know that if you were that woman's friend, and you were there when she had that accident, and you went into Michelle's chat, I need you to sit down and I need you to check yourself. Because something's really wrong with your morals. But Michelle, you gonna call the right one an N-word. And by the time they finish with you, you're gonna be my color. I'm mocha. It might look good on you.
I mean, yeah. Ooh. It's so disgusting, Ms.Mo, and I completely understand. Mm-hmm. People need to hear you say it, though. I agree with that, too. That's because,
right. You know.
And there's nothing wrong with the color mocha.
I'm really excited she came up here and said that this needed to be said. Good job.
Before I called you, a very good friend of mine, and I asked her.
No, Lisa, that's Ms.Mo. That's all I know her by is Ms.Mo. And that's Jenny Jen Jen and Figure Skating Coach and Benny G and Hondo. And they were all, and Savage. I think they were all on panel. And at Jenny's whenever she come up and told that. So
I said, talk me down. Because I was and she was like, no, it needs to be heard.
Yes, ma'am.
She said, you have every right to say it.
Yep, you sure did.
It's just messed up.
I just want to personally thank you for coming up here and saying your piece, because you know we can say it all day long as white folks, but we can say it all day long, but it means more when someone like yourself that knows how that feels. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it makes absolute sense.
So I appreciate you coming up and speaking up and saying how wrong it is. Because I was saying the other night, I'm offended for people that are of color right now. I'm offended for you.
Yeah, it's an embarrassment.
It doesn't make any sense.
What she did was so disrespectful, and to laugh about it and joke about it, it's uncalled for, and she needs to be off this platform. Every one of these tragedy fucking pimps need to get the fuck on somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. And there's like I'll give you a perfect example. Unitonika wears her hair blonde. Her hair is beautiful.
I like you.
She's a beautiful girl.
Yes, she is.
She's got some
her hair ain't never looked like that, but you gonna go find it.
Let's hear that again for our union.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it makes absolute sense.
So I appreciate you coming up and speaking up and saying how wrong it is. Because I was saying the other night, I'm offended for people that are color right now. I'm offended for you. You know,
it doesn't make any sense.
What she did was so disrespectful, and to laugh about it and joke about it, it's uncalled for, and she needs to be off this platform. Every one of these tragedy fucking pimps need to get the fuck on somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. And there's like, I'll give you a perfect example. Unitonika wears her hair blonde. Her hair is beautiful.
I like you.
She's a beautiful girl.
Yes, she is.
She's got some.
Her hair ain't never looked like that. But you gonna go find the nappiest hair for what is that? A wish wig?
She tried to claim that hair was her own hair.
Probably is.
Well, if that was your own hair, why when you got home back to your little studio, your hair all of a sudden changed to what you think you are? How come when your hair was straight then?
Mm-hmm.
How come you didn't wear your hair for your subs at home? How come? Because I'm sure even them had a whole lot to say about that wig. Like, what the hell is that? It was just wrong.
What drives me nuts is people donate to her. They donate. People are stupid.
Yes.
I don't get that.
I know.
I don't get that. It is disgusting. It is.
You know what? People donate to a whole lot of stupidity.
Yeah, true.
And it's not one thing that I've learned in the time I've been on YouTube. It's not going to change. There's always going to be somebody that follows someone, no matter how insane or crazy they are. Somebody's going to always follow them. And a lot of it just simply comes from people wanting, everybody that came to YouTube for something. Whether it was a DIY project, which is what it used to be about, or whether it filled a void in their life. Mm-hmm. YouTube isn't even fun anymore. It's disgusting. Nope. You used to be able to come to YouTube and laugh and giggle and just have fun. You can't even have fun anymore.
No.
You can't, because you got to worry about somebody trying to say who your family is, calling your family members, going on this, going on that. Mind your damn business. Keep it YouTube. Mm-hmm. If somebody call you a bitch, they call you a bitch, call them a bitch back.
Exactly.
Why you gotta go into their life and into their history? And because somebody call you a bitch, you gonna threaten them their way of life, their way of taking care of their children. You an advocate? You an advocate for domestic violence, or you an advocate for children? You ain't an advocate for shit but your pocket, bitch.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
Why you playing?
Because they are nobody's in their real life, honey.
Why this makes me mad? I'm sorry, Savage. Another reason why this makes me mad is because I'm a Christian. And I'm cussing, losing my whole mind. And people want to say, well, Christians don't talk like you. You don't know what the hell a Christian talk like. But keep messing with a Christian, they're going to let you have it. We are human beings.
That's right.
We are human beings. I have feelings and I have
hands raised up in the air right now. Amen.
And you can't keep talking to somebody because I love God and think I'm going to let you keep stepping all over me. And that goes for any Christian. I respect all religions. Believe what you want to believe. That's between you and God. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't have a heaven or hell to put you in. But what you're not going to do is keep standing in my space talking crazy. Because see, I love all people.
That's right.
But all that Google bullshit, because what you basically did, Molly, was pointed fingers at black people when you did that bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When you put that 2% Black Lives Matter in that nappy ass wig on. That's what you did. You should have took your stinking, raggedy, broke down, busted shoe out of it, back out of wig wearing ass to Tyree Nichols' house, mama house. That's what you should have did. And guess what you would have did? You would have left my color mocha. But you know why you ain't doing it? Because you fucking knew better. That's why you stood on the fucking front. Because you knew better. You knew you cover minority crimes. Because you know if you go on them fucking neighborhoods, you gonna get your ass whooped.
Amen.
That's right.
You pick up covering all these black people that's getting killed. Why you not covering that shit? Because you know they will fuck you up if you bring your raggedy ass to that neighborhood.
No, that's right.
She made a post tagging the police saying she was brutalized by the police. That bitch don't know what getting brutalized by the police is. And now
you know what? She gonna end up getting brutalized. Somebody gonna.
You want a challenge? I'll give you that challenge. Where someone has lost someone. Go to a black neighborhood where you think a black single mother to her black baby and stand in front of her house and call her baby killer. You'll get your guts stomped out.
Can you believe they did that? I just ain't that sick. Won't that some
you
sick
lucky
shit,
Billy
man?
Joe ass and stomp your guts out. Only thing kept Billy whooping your ass was a threat of jail because she came close.
Amen.
And Molly, how you gonna talk about
want.
Billy Joe's jaw running across the street and yours had crossed the street twice? Take your ass to the Bronx with that shirt on and that wig.
Oh, please do it. Please do it. Let's get her.
All the goofy shit that you
Savage,
talk
please
now.
do
it.
Jody.
The one and only Lucky Lady.
So and we stand on the ground. Mighty funny, you watch what ground you stand on.
These motherfuckers think Joe Biden
Oh, Benny goes.
gonna welcome them on the steps of the White House. Fucking purple for their
My God.
Oh God. Ms.Mo is
not
your
even
guardian
gonna
angel,
Joe Biden.
Savage.
He
I
don't know
think
what
she
he's
cares,
doing
though.
either.
Is this the first time you've got to
That's
meet
what I'm
Ms.Mo?
saying.
Savage.
Yeah.
Is this the first time you've met Ms.Mo? She already telling you.
If anybody wants a
Is this
link,
lady-
yeah, you're welcome to come up. If anybody wants a link. Oh, you're welcome, Simon says. When I watched it yesterday, you guys, I have to say I was like I was in church. I was raising my hand, hallelujah, amen. Because it really and truthfully, we can speak on how wrong we think it is, but really and truthfully, it needs to come from someone that's like directly affected from it. You know what I mean? She makes me embarrassed to be a white girl. She makes me feel embarrassed to be a white woman whenever she acts like that. You know what I mean? It does. I'm embarrassed for her, and that's just not the way we're supposed to be acting. You know, I don't care what color your skin is. The God that I love and that I pray to created all of us equally. The only difference is some of us have different color skins, but her blood still runs red and runs, blue and red. I mean, we still bleed the same color blood. And I wouldn't treat anybody any different than I would someone of the same color. I would never joke about it either. That's just not cool. But if anybody wants a link, you're welcome to come up. Vicky, hello. Yeah, and Hondo's our little half breed. He's our half breed boy, and I just love him. Absolutely, Miss Ann. So was I. because I'm gonna tell you, I'm from the deep South, and I'm gonna tell you, there was just, there was just as many low down white people as there was of the other color. You know what I mean? It wasn't. The only difference is the skin and their color. They still had we had some sorry people on, you know what I mean, of each race. I remember whenever several years back we had this couple. They were a biracial couple, and they wanted to come to our church, and we opened them. You know, the majority of us opened them with open arms. But I had moved away and moved down here. Oh, who wants to come up? Oh, Uni, you want to come up? Let me get the link. Let's see. Invite. I'm gonna drop the link in chat. Uni. I put it in chat, babe. Absolutely. We're all Americans. We're all Americans for sure. Absolutely. Hey, Voice for the Voiceless. How are you, babe? You missed the public service announcement Sloppy Molly had to say. It was really based. It was really off of she's talking about herself, if you ask me. Talking about herself. Okay, Susan, I'd love to have you up. Yes, whenever you feel. Oh, okay. Hold on. Here's Uni. Hey, babe.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Thanks for coming up.
Oh, no problem. I just wanted to say something real quick. Okay. You know, it's not about skin color, and I think that's what Mallory's making it about. Mm-hmm. Is skin color. Everybody should be proud of their ancestry. Everybody, we should celebrate that. You know, but we shouldn't mock it. And that's what I feel like she's doing, is mocking a whole culture, but she wants us to be respectful to her.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
yeah, exactly.
You know, and I think we should be respectful to her, but she needs to also realize that she's being very disrespectful to us, to Black people. Yes. You know, hey, Curious. I mean, it's so angering, and I love what Ms.Mo said. I love everything she said.
Me too. Girl, I was like I was in church. I was raising when I heard it the first time. I had my arms up in the air. I was like, "Hallelujah, Amen." Yeah. I was like, it was like she took me to church because it needed to be said. I mean, it was like, and it was just poetically said. She did a great job.
Yep, I agree with that. Thank you, Cassandra. I mean, you know, Mallory needs to realize we are all humans. I think she just wants to be special. You know?
Well, she is special in Sloppy Molly's eyes. That's the only place she needs to worry about being special at.
And you can be special, just be Mallory. Yeah. Be yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and truly. Yeah. That's all you have to do.
I said that she looked, when I said that she looked like a hobo, that was maybe they thought she was cross-dressed. I meant that I wasn't bashing her transgender. I was saying what it looked like to someone that, you know what I mean? And I wasn't bashing her at all when I said that. And she sure gets, she's so quick to call people a bigot and, that we're trans bashing. And so she's so quick to jump on that, but yet she can jump on this and expect no fallout.
Okay, but if we're bigots for quote trans bashing, which nobody's doing, what is she for mocking Black people and calling people blackie and all the stuff she's doing? What does that make her?
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean, come on. And laughing about it when she called somebody blackie. Come on now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like did she think that it wasn't gonna? I mean, what did she think?
I mean, you offended a whole community, not just Black people. Right. Let's keep it real. You did not you offended everybody.
Yeah, she offended a lot. And the people that were not offended, well, that just says a lot about them. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Hey, Denise, man, for you. That's okay. Better late than never.
Denise. Yeah. Yeah. But that's all I wanted to say. I mean, Mallory, you need to get it together. You really need to get it together.
But
you need to figure
sadly,
out.
Uni, I don't think that, sadly, I don't think that she will, because I don't think that she is going to stand by her decision, and she's not going to back down, even if she knows in the, deep down in her heart, she knows she was wrong. She is too much of a narcissist to ever admit any defeat or any wrong. I'm sad to say that I don't think we'll ever see her accept any responsibility for that.
Right. And she owes a lot of people an apology for being a piece of crap human.
Yeah, absolutely.
At the end of the day, I don't care what you identify as. I don't care what color your skin is. All I care is how you treat me and others as a person. And if you are a piece of crap person, at the end of the day, I want nothing to do with you. Nothing.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I used to think she was funny, and I'm sure she still is to certain degrees, but she crosses the line. She crosses the line, and in this community, she's not a stand-up on stage somewhere. She's in a community that that you can't cross the line. You need to stay within the lines.
Yeah, you need to gauge your audience. I mean, it's just like if I was making, okay, so gauge your audience. If I were making jokes about, I don't know, let's say I had an audience full of dogs and I'm making dog jokes. That's probably not the correct kind of joke to make. And she doesn't know how to gauge her audience and figure out exactly how people relate to her quote comedy. It's not funny.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Nothing she says is funny.
No, it's not. It's not. And the way she was in there one day calling that lady, her name was Kathy. Did you see that where she called her Blackie?
Yeah. Yeah.
And just laughed her. I mean, she couldn't even get it together. She was laughing so hard. I thought, okay, if that lady had left, I would not have blamed her.
I don't think she stuck around. I wouldn't have stuck around after somebody called me that.
Either.
Matter of fact, I would have been on caps lock cussing her out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Hey, how was the movie? Was it good?
Oh yeah. I mean, oh my gosh, the 3D effects were awesome. The whole movie was exciting. Avatar.
Avatar, okay. Was it a lot of people there?
No, actually it was just us and then like a couple and then another couple.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you went with your ex. That's good that you're safe friends with your exes.
Yeah. We're still friends. They're getting married in April, I found out today. A day before my birthday. I was like, really?
Oh Lord, the day before, huh?
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
I know, right? Well, I'll get down, but I just want to say that. Up. Well, thank you for having me. Love you.
I love you. Love you too, babe.
Bye.
All right. Okay, you guys, anybody else want to come up before I end this thing? Oh, David, I'm glad you found me also. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification so that we you can see me whenever I go live. Hey, Mr. Positive, how are you? My cat, my husband went outside and he's in here. Uni is beautiful, isn't she? And her voice, I could just listen to her like read a phone book. Seriously, her voice, when she goes live, lots of times if I'm doing something, I just put it on and let it play. I just like listening to her, listening to her talk. And her beauty is just from within out, Oh, good night, Nova Lisa. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in, babe. You put those little things to bed early, don't you? On a Friday night. Get them in bed, girl. All right, you guys. Well, my husband, I smell crab boil. He is boiling some shrimp for us for dinner, and I smell it. So I'm gonna get off here. But thank you guys for coming in. I hope you guys have a good weekend, and I hope our weekend gets drier and warmer than what it is now. So, but you guys are great. I appreciate each and every one of you. Talk to y'all later. Peace out.